If you've been on the internet for any length of time, you're familiar with an ancient enemy, a boogeyman as old as time itself when it comes to the internet's cyberspace age, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. I'm certain you've heard that name tossed around like Voldemort's name in hushed whispers, and it's usually followed by vomiting and fear. The DMCA has been this iron fist that goes into the ass of anyone that uses the internet in any capacity, really. The DMCA is a primitive, archaic copyright law that was put into effect in 1998 and hasn't really seen any changes since. It is extremely out of touch and overbearing, just absolutely fucking disgusting in its current form, just the biggest piece of shit. In a nutshell, the DMCA comes from the corrupted cockhole of the music industry. The idea was they wanted to prevent piracy and also to prevent people from taking copyrighted music and playing it for free or playing it to make money off of it in certain situations. It's not the worst of intentions. They wanted to make sure that their artists were protected and that they were getting paid for their work. That makes sense, right? But it's the way they go about enforcing this that is absolutely absurd. Downright tyrannical. It's like some kind of supervillain out of comic books, like something the Avengers would unite against. It's truly terrible. To give you an example, I remember there was a channel a while back that had a home video go viral. I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was something like a baby was singing in the kitchen, and you could hear 5 seconds of a Prince song playing in the background, and the whole channel got taken down because of it. They got fucking DMCA stone cold stunnered out of existence. I wouldn't be surprised if the DMCA tried to press charges on them and sue them into bankruptcy for having the audacity of playing music. I mean, they make it seem like it's a crime to hear songs. And to go even further, it's not even just having recorded music play. I remember there was a period on YouTube, it didn't last too long, where some of the Let's Players were getting strikes for humming copyrighted songs. One big one was the Halo theme. There was a channel where a guy was a big Halo fan, and he hummed the Halo theme during a Let's Play and got striked for it. It is absurd how far the DMCA goes in this lunacy in enforcing these archaic rules that just have no business even being applicable to the modern internet. And why I'm talking about it now, why it's relevant, is because on Twitch, it's absolute pandemonium. Every Twitch streamer is facing the DMCA firing squad right now. There have been a lot of DMCA bans on streamers, a lot of strikes being issued, and it's just been truly chaotic. And now you hear that and you go, well, Charlie, it's a pretty easy solution. Just stop playing music during your streams. And yeah, that's easy enough to do. I mean, granted, it takes away something from the stream just having background music, but you know what? That's not the biggest deal in the world. But it's actually a lot worse than that because it's not just having recorded music played during your stream. The video games that streamers will play oftentimes have music in them, and that music is oftentimes copyrighted, and people have been getting DMCA strikes for music in the games they play. Destiny 2, for example, has a song that was not licensed by the game. It was made for the game, and it was taken by UMG elsewhere or something like that, and streamers were getting strikes or muted because that song was playing in the background when they were going through Destiny 2's tedious grind. So it's really just absolutely absurd what's happening with that. There's no way to really avoid that except for just avoiding any games that have any music at all. And if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm just going to show you 2 quick examples. Here's a streamer that recently got muted because the sound effect in one of the games they had was a copyrighted sound effect of a grandfather fucking clock. Granted, this isn't a DMCA strike, so their channel is still fine, but that is still a massive headache to just have a big piece of the stream muted because there's a fucking clock sound effect in it. And it's the same for this example right here, with this streamer getting muted because of Persona 5's police siren going on. Now, these aren't strikes, mind you, but the reason I'm showing them is to show you just how crazy things are getting on Twitch. There have been big streamers getting hit with DMCA strikes, such as Moxie being a big one who just got banned for DMCA strikes. Another one, Voyboy, banned because of music that he was playing during League of Legends. This isn't something that's only happening to small streamers getting shit on by the music industry. Moxie, Voyboy, the 2 quick examples I gave there, those are massive channels that got taken down because of DMCA strikes. And it's not like recent infringements on the DMCA system. They got banned for year-old clips, year-old VODs that they went back through and just blasted their tight little assholes for. It's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know how anyone can justify this kind of overbearing enforcement. Now, if there's channels out there that are dedicated to just taking new musical albums and just playing them for free on Twitch or wherever for 24 hours and soak in subs and donations, then yeah, there's clearly something wrong there that needs to be explored and taken action on. But the way that it's going right now, if a car drove by right now with the windows down blasting the new Billie Eilish song, I would probably get hit with a DMCA notice. I'm very confident in saying that. I'm pretty sure that would happen. It's just stupid. Now, it's not all on the fault of the DMCA for the Twitch shit in particular. Twitch themselves is a lot at fault here. They have a lot of blame to shoulder because the DMCA just says this needs to be taken down. It doesn't say anything about the channels being taken down. They could just take down the VOD that has infringements on the DMCA's policy. It's Twitch that goes the extra mile in banning channels for a DMCA notice. So Twitch has a lot of responsibility here and a lot of shit that they need to fix in regards to this. Otherwise, they're going to lose a large portion of their streamers. They actually are. This is a huge deal. If you can't safely play games on Twitch, all of those streamers that play games, which is 98% of them, are going to switch to something safer like YouTube that does have DMCA figured out, where you don't get banned for having a song play in a video game. What could happen is you get copyright claimed, but then you have a way of appealing that. So there is options there. YouTube is clearly superior when it comes to handling the DMCA. Twitch just lets themselves get face fucked by the DMCA and get used as a fleshlight and bent over and spanked and disciplined and just spit on. I don't understand why they won't just stand up for the streamers in regards to this, because they don't have to ban people for DMCA notices. They can just take down those parts that infringe on that shit. It's just laughable how Twitch is handling this. Here's an excerpt from their statement about it. Their advice is basically stop having music play at any point during your streams. If you have a game that plays music, mute that portion. If you have music that you want to play, don't do it. That's their solution. That's how a child would handle something like this. You know, you get called to the principal's office because you've chewed gum in class, and then the principal's like, hey, can you not do that again? You just, like, start crying and, you know, fucking snot leaking out your mouth. Yes, oh, I won't do it again. Okay, please. Twitch has no fight in them at all here to stand up for their platform. And this is a huge blow to Twitch, because if you can't fucking play games on Twitch, which is the cornerstone of the platform, you're not going to have a whole lot of streamers on there. Now, what's really got me wanting to talk about this is I recently played through the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, and there's copyrighted music that plays frequently in that game. And apparently, my channel's at risk for a DMCA hit because of it. Just because I played Spider-Man with the music not muted, I now have to worry about my channel. Do you know how absurd that is? I also played Call of Duty Cold War, and they had a lot of copyright songs in there. It's like the fucking game companies are trying to just slap streamers around with how much DMCA-able music is in their games, but, I mean, it's not their fault. They have the license, and they're welcoming people to play their games. It's just Twitch and the DMCA that's making it such a headache and so scary. But the point is, having just played 2 new games, now all of a sudden I have to worry about my Twitch channel that I've had for a couple years now. And I just don't understand how that could in any way, shape, or form be interpreted as okay, or, you know, the norm, or should be acceptable, because it's just ridiculous. To play a game and to have to worry about getting striked because there was music in that game, that makes absolutely no sense. The way Twitch recommends doing this is muting the music in every game you play. That's just, I can't believe it. I really can't. This is an archaic law that does obviously need changing from an industry that is so beyond out of touch. I wouldn't be surprised if they start DMCAing individual people and taking them to court if they walk by a bar where you can kind of hear some music playing at it. It's just dumb. It's so fucking dumb. The music industry sucks ass. Obviously, that's nothing new. We all agree on that, I imagine. So much terrible shit goes on in the music industry. But this absolutely needs to change. Either from Twitch or the DMCA. DMCA probably won't change it because they don't even know what the internet is. But Twitch needs to change how they enforce DMCA. They have to. They absolutely fucking have to. And I just wanted to vent about this, go on a little rant, because it's just such a goddamn headache. And that's about it. So yeah.